Peace and Black Power family. I decided to make this recording because whenever the discussion of Dr. Umar Johnson comes up, despite my best efforts to keep my mouth shut, I find it very difficult. The reason being is that while I think black leaders are important, contrary to what other people believe, I think it is okay to be on the lookout for the next black leader, because no movement or head or body rather can function without a head. And not all of us have the capacity to lead. We can all lead ourselves and we can always teach each other, but not everybody has the gift of the orator or the power of persuasion or the just that je ne sais quoi, for lack of a better word, that thing. We don't all have that thing that can move a nation like some of our best leaders have had. They've been gifted. With that being said, Umar Johnson is a very powerful orator. He's very electric and very engaging and captivating, and he says a lot of good things. The problem is the man's character. You can't have a foul character and lead people to righteousness. It just cannot work that way. Personal experience aside with the good doctor, which I do have, I'll leave that because and I'll just continue to share that with people that I know personally or who ask me about it. Sullying someone's character is not what I want to do here. What I want to do here is point out the things that are being ignored about him. I happen to know a brother whose godson was grieving because he lost his father, uncle, and grandfather, all within the span of about a year or less. He had spoken to Dr. Umar at one of the lectures, and of course Dr. Umar was very welcoming and very open at the time, and told people whoever needed him, call on him. So when this happened, and the young man was 14, basketball prodigy, lives in the dangerous areas of St. Louis. My brother was very concerned for his godson, and he reached out to Umar and he said, "Can you please help him? The last thing I want to do is lose him to these streets. He's very sad and upset, and this is all overwhelming. This would be overwhelming for a grown person, never mind a 14-year-old, whose hormones are raging and has lost very piece of himself." No response from Dr. Umar. My brother reached out again. He realized time is money. He said, "Dr. Umar, I'll pay you. Please help me here." No response, crickets. So the lesson we learned there is that if there are no cameras and fanfare, there will be no Dr. Umar. And if you examine throughout the past couple of years and all the attacks we black people have been under, he has not been present. He's not there. He's only there for speaking engagements that he is paid for. So while it's okay to have leaders and to look to leaders, it's not okay to be blind and to not examine carefully our leaders, lest they lead you into doom. Another point about Dr. Umar, he wants to open the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy for boys and eventually include girls. Fantastic. I think this is much needed. Our boys are often from homes without their fathers, and they need role models, and they need Afro-centered school that teaches them how great they are and were and what they come from. This is important. However, there are schools in existence now that I know of who personally extended invitations to him and asked, "Can we expand these?" Why not? The Uhuru Academy in Texas, the Nkrumah Academy in Chicago, the largest Afro-centered school in the country. Why not start with something that's there? If he can't make his $4 million goal, which is a lot of money, why not do that? Not interested, because there's not an I. And if you watch his lectures, you'll notice a lot of egocentrism. There's a lot of ego there. There is my school, you won't give me money, I'm trying to do, he refers to himself in third person a lot. Dr. Umar, just listen, people, and watch and pay attention. When the controversy happened with the conscious stripper, what a grown man does in his spare time is his business. The problem is when you lie about it You say that he was saying celibate, which is the wrong word because that denotes a religious reason. He was abstaining. He claims to have been abstaining. I know for a fact that's not true. I have the emails to prove, the text messages to prove it, but I won't go there. She had her own experience, and they got down and dirty apparently a couple of times. They went through with whatever, and it seems to me that, you know, she wanted more, and he was treating her like a common whore. That's a problem. Most people will say that isn't an issue in and of itself, but it actually is, because if you're going around this country saying you're going to save the black boys, you can't go around betting their mothers, who are, you know, probably 10 times out of 10 already broken. Our people are broken. Black women are broken. Black men are broken. You can't go around the country sleeping with and discarding black women who have to then go home and raise these black boys. It's counterproductive, and it goes against what he claims to want to help with. How are you going to help? By further damaging the caretakers. That's a problem, people. Think about it. If he was and then he lied about it, that's a testament to his character. He said he wasn't engaging in intercourse. That's a problem. That's a stupid lie to tell, and it's a indication, to me it's indicative of the bigger issue with the man. Then he was having auctions, a date with Umar, again rife with egocentrism. Just pay attention. It's not hard to tell. I do still firmly believe in the man's message. If we can separate the message from the messenger, then we'll be okay. He has a messiah complex, and I guess rightfully so, because people are blindly following. They're not willing to scrutinize him. I don't like calling our black people to the court of public opinion, but I think that individually we need to examine who our leaders are. Just pay attention. After the whole Contra stripper controversy blew up, he started attacking her. I personally believe that a true testament of a man's character is how he behaves in controversy. He started calling the woman COINTELHO or HOINTELPRO, telling his followers to attack her, and he began attacking her sons. This is a problem. It was childish, it got downright ghetto, and he got dirty. If you're attacked, you should attack back, but I don't see that he was attacked. He was exposed. What he was doing was called to everybody's attention. It was put out for public view, and he didn't like that. He who has nothing to hide hides nothing. I could have respected it more if he said, yes, I was sleeping with her. You know, I was behaving poorly, should have done better, but to try to flip it and bounce it on her and turn people against her and call her names and then attack her children. I believe her children are grown, but even still, this is a problem. This is not good character and not the characteristics one should want in a leader. And let me say right here, right now, I am not an agent. I do not believe the conscious stripper Kim Ringgold is an agent. That stupid word is getting... FBI and COINTELPRO are very real. And they're very real in their efforts to prevent the rise of a black messiah. Now, this is the truth. However, aimlessly and recklessly throwing the word around devalues and discredits what is a very dangerous and has been historically deadly and successful threat. I'm not an agent. I'm a person with an opinion, a black woman. And this is how I feel about this. Stop throwing around agents all willy-nilly. Everybody's not a goddamn agent. Some people have opinions, and that's just what the fuck it is. You don't like it, that's okay. But stop with that dumb shit. So, those are my issues with Dr. Umar Johnson. If you continue to follow him, that's fine. If you disagree with me, that's fine. But this is my position, and this is where I am. Again, I do still believe in the message, just not the messenger. Peace and black power, people.